Hi, Aunt Susie. I don't know if you can see me very well. Cool. Okay. Hi. So here's your email, or your video for your stretches. You said neck, back, and quad, or hammies specifically, and I'll show you some quad stuff too. So I'm going to be moving the phone around because I don't have anybody to tape this for me, so I'm sorry if it's a little moving around. So for the first one, for the neck, just interlace your hands, okay? Put it behind your head, and then you're going to drop your chin to your chest and just slowly stretch out your neck. And it stretches, if you can see, from here all the way down and a little bit to that like center bone right there. So you just hold it. Every hold you want to hold for about 10 to 20 seconds each. Nice and easy. Then from here, drop this arm down. You're going to grab the side of your head, touch your ears, and then have this ear try and touch that shoulder. And that gets all right here. It's a nice, lovely little stretch. Remember, you want to hold for 10 to 20 seconds for each one. And then switch. So you actually want to pretend like you're kind of holding a weight in this hand, and it just drops down, so this shoulder is heavy, and then your ear goes towards that shoulder, and it stretches all up along that neck and into your shoulder. Okay, so another thing that you can do too is just kind of go around your neck in a circle, nice and slow. You're probably going to hear some pops and some kinks and stuff. Just go all the way around, nice and easy, and then switching the other direction and slowly making a circle around your neck. That's more of an active stretch, but it gets all the way around. So, okay, back stretches. Here we go. I'm going to move you down here so you can see. Okay. So, a back stretch you can do for your lower back is you're going to touch your toes, spread your knees, drop your bottom back, drop your head to the floor, and just relax, basically. One thing you can do is try and use your hands to push your bottom towards your heels. And make sure you keep your head down, relax your head. This isn't like a neck exercise, is for your back. So you want to try and keep your spine as neutral as possible, which means try to get your head to touch the floor, to touch the ground, okay? It might not happen right away, and that's totally fine. Just hold it, let gravity do the work for you, and hold for about 20 seconds for this one, okay? Lengthens out the spine, it stretches out the whole back. This is one way that you can do it. Another way that you can do this for stretching your whole back is to actually lay on the ground like this, right? So with this one, you can actually keep your knees about 90 degrees, put your feet flat on the ground, and just push your hips so that your belly button goes in, and you try to keep the arch of your back flat on the ground. So you're just kind of pushing that lower back into the ground, and you're just going to hold it there. You can put your knees like this. You can also put your legs up onto like a couch or something so that your tailbone is forced to lie on the ground, okay? So you're just going to hold it here. This one you're going to want to hold for like a minute or two and just let it do its thing. It'll pop out on its own. Another one that you can do, if you're able to, is to grab onto the knees and just kind of do little rocks with your legs, and that gets out your lower back, okay? You can make little circles in the air with your knees like this, and then going around the other way. This is massaging your lower back on the ground. It feels really, really good. I actually love this one. It feels nice. And this just makes your spine neutral and keeps it nice and long. The ground actually forces your back to stay long like that. So this is a really good one. For these ones, I would recommend going a little bit longer than 20 seconds. You know, like I said before, about a minute, minute and a half each would be really good. So that is more lower back stuff. What you can do also to get a little twist in your back. So you're going to keep one leg straight, and you can put this leg just next to that one. The other side, so I'm not flashing you. Okay, so you can do it like this, or if you can wrap that leg around towards that other knee. Okay, you're gonna take this elbow, place it on this knee, okay, and then just do a little twist. It doesn't have to be a big one, it can just be a little one, okay. Hold that one here, and then switch to the other side. Oh, I forgot. Another one that you can do on your back, okay? So you're gonna do this. You're gonna bring both knees to one side, and you're going to look over your opposite shoulder, okay? So I'll show you on this side. This knee, both knees go down to this side, and then you look over this shoulder like this, okay? This is an awesome twist. It helps with digestion too. If your tummy's really, really full after eating a lot of food, if you do a little twist like this, it really helps that digestive tract, and it helps your food move through your body a lot faster. Okay, so little trick of the trade. So hammies, hamstrings, legs are straight out. Okay, for just for demonstration purposes, it doesn't really matter if your toes are pointed out or if they're pointed up. If you do it like this, you stretch your calves too, okay? And you just want to touch your toes. And if you are not able to touch your toes, that's totally fine. Don't get discouraged. Grab onto your quads, grab onto your shins or your calves, whatever you can hold on to. You're going to feel a nice stretch in your hamstrings. Touch your toes if you can, okay? Remember, toes up is calves, and then toes pointed is more in the hamstrings, okay? Well, I mean, you're going to get hamstrings either way. This is just kind of gets the whole back of your leg, okay? So all I want you to do is kind of push your chest out so abs are in tight. Make sure your back is straight and just slowly lean into it, okay? With every inhale, try to get a little bit longer, and with every exhale, try to get a little bit deeper, okay? Inhaling and exhaling, the proper breathing techniques will help you stretch it more and help you get deeper in your stretches, and it'll help you better in the long run. So these ones you can hold 20 seconds each. Yeah, and every time you do this, if you do this daily, you'll get a lot better at it. You'll become more flexible if you do it daily. So don't get discouraged the first time if you're up here, okay? Another one that you can do, I'll kind of face you for this one. Bend this knee in, okay? So that it looks like your legs look like a figure 4. You're gonna take your opposite hand and you're going to cross over to that leg, okay? So for this one, you're gonna stretch out your lower back, and you're gonna also grab out your hamstring. So this is really good for both of those that you need. And it's really beneficial for 2 different areas. Okay. So there's that one. Remember, whatever you do on one side, you have to do on the other. So stretch both sides. So here's the other a vision of the other side, just to show you. Okay. And this is a really, really good one for your lower back. Just make sure it's opposite hand to foot, okay? And it's not like this, otherwise you won't get the back, you'll just get the hamstring. So make sure it's the opposite, okay? So there we go. We have back, hamstrings. Another one you can do when you're standing up. I know you can't see me very well, but so your feet are going to be together, okay? You're going to cross one leg over the other. You're going to put all of your weight in that back heel, and you're just going to try and touch your toes. Okay, go as far as you can, okay? If it's right here, awesome. Just don't try to hold on to your knees. Hold on to either your quads or grab onto your shins if you need to, okay? So all you're doing from a side angle, okay, all that weight should be in this heel, and you're stretching out that hamstring here. So you're just going to drop your head, let your head hang light, kind of shake your head out. Yes, say no a few times, and let it hang heavy, because you need that weight to stretch out your hamstrings, and it actually gets a little bit of your lower back as well. So this one is really, really good, okay? And then also, again, like I said, make sure you do both sides, okay? All right, one last one for hamstrings. What you can do is just separate your feet, go as deep as you need to, and you're just gonna, again, drop that back. Grab onto your ankles, your calves, your toes, whatever you're able to. Drop your head. The head is very important because you use your head as a weight, okay? It gets that lower back and the hamstrings at the same time, so it's double whammy. Make sure you use your head. Let it relax, okay? So you start here in the center. You can move both hands to one side and get just singular, okay? singular hamstrings. You're still getting that back, okay? And then just rotate. Make sure you're rotating about 20 seconds. You want to hold the stretches 10 to 20 seconds, okay? Except for the specific lower back ones, hold those ones for longer. You'll be more beneficial that way. But definitely do those stretches, okay? I'm trying to think of what else. Oh, I told you a quad stretch. Let's show you a quad stretch. So when this leg is straight, you're going to take this leg and just kind of put it back behind you, okay? So from here, you're just going to lean back, okay? As far as you can go until you feel a nice little stretch in this quad. Try not to let that knee lift off the ground. You want to keep it nice and solid, okay? So you're only going back as far as you can without your knee lifting off. Once it does that, you're done, okay? You need to come back up and just slowly lower down again, okay? That gets this lovely little leg, okay? It's really important if you're stretching out your hamstrings, you're also stretching out your quads so they don't get too tight, okay? So make sure you do this exercise as well. Cool beans? I hope this helped. I miss you. I love you. Let me know if you have any other questions, and I can help you out. I hope this helps you. Or if you have any other questions about the stretches that I did give to you. At all times, it should be an uncomfortable feeling for stretching, but it shouldn't hurt like a painful hurt. So just make sure you're only stretching as far as your muscles will allow you to. I would also recommend going for maybe like a 5-minute walk before you do these stretches, just to warm up the muscles a little bit. Just because your muscles are kind of like Laffy Taffy. So when Laffy Taffy's cold and you try to stretch it, it's more likely to break. Whereas if Laffy Taffy is nice and warm and you try to stretch it, it stretches as much as you want it to. Okay, so it's the same thing with your muscles. You want to make sure your muscles are warm before you stretch them, especially for long periods of time. Also, when you're stretching, drink lots of water because it'll help when you're moving all your muscles, especially if they haven't been moved for a while. You have a lot of toxins that get held up into the muscles. So when you stretch them and you exercise and you move them, it releases all those toxins. Sometimes you get emotional, sometimes you feel sick. It's just natural, it happens a lot. Drink lots of water so that it flushes all those toxins out while you're stretching it. Okay, because if you're stretching and you're doing all this stuff and you're not drinking water with it, all those toxins will right back into your muscles. Okay, so it's very important to make sure you drink water. Okay? I love you. I miss you. And I hope this helps. Bye.